Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth part of my video. So in the first three parts of my video, we saw the introduction of the polynomials, how to find the zeros of the polynomial, the graphical representation of the zeros of the polynomial, the relationship between the coefficient and the zeros of the polynomial. And we did many questions as well. Hope that part is clear to you all. If not, I would request you to please see the videos again. So in this part of my video, we would be doing division algorithm of polynomials. So let's get started. So let us see how to perform division in case of polynomials. See, it is very similar to what we used to do in the lower grades, right? So for example, if I had to divide 25 by 3, what I will do is I will perform long division, right? This we used to do 3 8s are 24. Now here 25 is the dividend, 3 is the divisor, 8 is the quotient and 1 is the remainder. Okay, so this we already have covered in our lower grades. Now in case of polynomials also we perform the same steps. How? Let's start. See, here I have the dividend as x cube minus 4x square plus x plus 6. And I need to divide this particular term by x minus 3, right? So this is the divisor, x minus 3 is the divisor and x cube minus 4x square plus x plus 6 is the dividend. Okay, so now I need to get a term, right? I will multiply a term with x minus 3 in such a way that I get first term is x cube. Now how can I do that? How can I do that? Let us see. So if I multiply x minus 3 by x square, what will I get? X cube minus 3x square, right? So what I'll do is I'll put the first term as x square and the answer here, x cube minus 3x square. Fine. Now I'll subtract. These are algebraic expressions and we'll do the subtraction. So when we'll do the subtraction, the positive sign will change to negative and the negative sign will change to positive, right? It will get deducted. So here I will get minus 1x square or simply x square, right? Plus x plus 6. I've copied all the terms. Okay, fine. Now the next term that I need to get is minus x square. So what can I do is I can simply multiply minus x, right? So I'll get minus x square plus 3x, right? So I'll put it minus x. So it will be minus x square plus 3x. Okay, fine. Now I'll perform the subtraction again. So it would get deducted and here I would get minus 2x plus 6, right? Fine. Now I need to find this term. Okay. So x minus 3. So what can I do to get minus 2x? I can multiply it with minus 2, right? So I would get minus 2x plus 6. Yeah. So we have got our term, right? Minus 2, right? So minus 2x plus 6. Now when we subtract these two terms, I would get 0. Fine. So we can say that the remainder is 0. The quotient is x square minus x minus 2. The dividend was x cube minus 4x square plus x plus 6. And the divisor was x minus 3. So I hope this much is clear to you. Now let us look at this question. Now in this question, it is given find all the zeros of the polynomial px whose two zeros are root 3 and minus root 3. Right. So before solving this question, let us understand a small concept. Let's suppose I have a number, let's say 24. Right. Now 24 have many factors like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, etc. But at a point of time, I say two factors are given, only two factors are given. Let's say 2, 4, right? Now I say using 2 and 4, you need to find other factors of 24, right? See, 24 is divisible by 2 also, and 24 is divisible by 4 also, because obviously they both are factors of 24. So, can I say 24 is divisible by 2 into 4? See, what is 2 into 4? It is equal to 8, right? Is 24 divisible by 8? Yes, it is divisible by 8. Fine. So, we will use the same concept here. See, now two zeros are given to us, right? And the polynomial given to us is Ex is equals to x4 minus 3x raised to power 3 minus x square plus 9x minus 6, right? And the two zeros are x is equals to root 3 and x is equals to minus root 3, right? Or I can write them x minus root 3 is equals to 0 and x plus root 3 is equals to 0. Now they both are factors of this particular polynomial, right? Fine. So this polynomial is divisible by x minus root 3 and x plus root 3. Also, this polynomial is divisible by the product of both the factors. That is equal to, we'll find the product. So basically, x minus root 3 into x plus root 3. So we will apply a minus b into a plus b identity. That is equal to a square minus b square. So in this case, it would be x square minus root 3 square. That is equals to x square minus 3. So basically what we need to do is we need to divide this polynomial by x square minus 3. And we will then find the other zeros of the polynomial. So let's divide it now. Right? Okay. So I'm writing the polynomial x4 minus 3x cube minus x square plus 9x minus 6. And I need to divide it by x square minus 3. Now see, what would be the first term in the quotient? See, I need to find the first term in such a manner that I get x4, x raised to power 4. So what would I multiply to x square minus 3? I can multiply x square. Why? Because x square into x square will eventually give me x raised to power 4, right? So I'll put it x4, right? So I'll do the multiplication here for your ease. So I'll multiply x square. So the answer is x raised to power 4 minus 3x square, right? Now note here that the next term is x raised to power 2 and not x raised to power 3. So I'll place my next term here, minus 3x raised to power square. Hope this is clear to you all. Now I'll do the subtraction procedure. Fine. So this will get deducted. I'll copy this down, minus 3x cube, and this would become plus, right? So it would be plus 2x square, right? Now next term I want is minus 3x cube. What should I multiply to? X square minus 3 to get minus 3x cube. So I need minus sign, fine. I need a 3 and I need x cube. I already have x squared, so I'll multiply with minus 3x. So I'll get minus 3x cube plus 9x, right? What I'll do is I'll copy these terms as well, plus 9x minus 6, fine. So I'll put minus 3x, now minus 3x cube. Now note again, the next term is not x raised to power 2, it is 9x. So I'll place it here. Fine, now I'll do subtraction. This will get deducted. Again, this will get deducted. I'll copy it. 2x square and minus 6, right? Now what do I need to do? I need to find 2x square. So simply I can just multiply it by 2, right? So 2x square minus 6. So finally we have got our term, right? Plus 2. So it is 2x square minus 6. Now when I'll subtract it, I'll get remainder as 0. Fine. So we are done with our division process. And we have found another factor for this polynomial, right? Now in order to get all the zeros, see we already have two zeros here, but we need to find all other zeros, right? So we need to factorize this particular equation to get all the factors. So we'll do that now. So I'm erasing this. Fine. So it is x square minus 3x plus 2. Let's factorize this. So it would be x square minus 2x and minus x. Why? Because I need plus 2 when I multiply. So minus 2x into minus x would be plus 2x square. And when I'll add it, I'll get minus 3. So it is fulfilling all the requirements, right? So it would be x minus 2 minus 1 and x minus 2. That is equals to x minus 1 into x minus 2, right? Fine. I forgot to put the 0 here. So therefore, I can say x minus 1 is equals to 0 and x minus 2 is equals to 0. Why I put 0? Because this is a factor of this polynomial. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you. So x is equals to 1 and x is equals to 2. So already I had two roots, root 3 and minus root 3. And I found other two, that is 1 and 2. See, one thing you need to note here is how many zeros does a polynomial have? You need to consider the highest degree of the polynomial, right? Here the degree of the variable highest degree is 4, right? So we need to have 4 zeros in this particular question. Fine. So we have found all the 4 zeros, that is equals to x is equals to minus root 3, 1 and 2. So hope this question is clear to you. So now we'll do next question. So now let us look at this question. Now in this question it is given what must be subtracted from the polynomial fx so that it is divisible by gx, right? So two polynomials are given to us, fx and gx, and it is said that fx is not completely divisible by gx, right? It is given and we need to find a term so that we can subtract it from fx in order that fx should be completely divisible by gx, right? So before doing this question, let us understand a small concept here. Okay, let's suppose I have a number 25 and I divide this number by 3, right? So what would be the quotient? It would be 8, 3 8s are 24, right? And what would be the remainder? 1. Now, if I say I need to subtract something from this number so that this number is completely divisible by 3, what could I subtract? I can subtract this remainder. Why? Because this is the only extra thing that we have, right? So it would become 24, and yes, 24 is completely divisible by 3. So we will follow the same procedure here. What we will do is we will divide fx from gx and then we'll subtract the remainder from the fx, right? After subtracting the remainder, fx would be completely divisible by gx. Okay, so let us start. Okay, so we will do the division process as we have done in the previous questions. It is the same, right? Okay, so I have copied this. Now what do I need to do? I need to find first term as x raised to power 4, right? So what is my divisor? X square minus 4x plus 3. Now I need to multiply something, okay, and something so that I land to x raised to power 4, right? So see, already I have x raised to power 2. So if I multiply x by x raised to power 2, I'll automatically get x raised to power 4, right? The next term would be minus 4x raised to power 3 and the next term would be 3x raised to power 2. Fine, I'll copy it. So x4 minus 4x cube and plus 3x square. Fine. Now I'll perform the subtraction. So it will get deducted, right? Again, it would be plus and it would be minus, right? So it would be 6x cube and minus minus plus, right? So 1 and 6x square. I'll copy these terms as well. Minus 12x plus 21. And I'll write the quotient here. Okay. Now the next term that I need is 6x cube, right? So what can I multiply? I can multiply 6x, right? So I'll get 6x into x square is 6x cube, right? Minus 6 4s are 24 x square and plus 18x. Okay, so I'll write it down plus 6x So it would be 6x cube minus 24x square plus 18x. Okay, I'll again perform the subtraction. So this term will get deducted. Now this is plus 24x square and minus 18x. Fine. So it would be 8x square, and what would be here? It would be minus 30x plus 21. Fine. Now I need 8x square. So what can I do? See, I'm doing it here. Minus 4x plus 3. So if I multiply it by 8, I would get 8x square minus 32x plus 24. Right. I'll write down the quotient here. Plus 8, and it would be 8x square minus 32x and plus 24. Now I'll again perform the subtraction. So finally x square term got deducted. So it would be 2x and minus 3, right? Now we cannot perform division anymore. Why? Because the degree here is 1 and the degree here is 2. Okay, so we cannot perform the division process anymore, right? So what do we need to subtract from fx in order that the fx is completely divisible by gx? We need to subtract this remainder. Okay, so we need to subtract 2x minus 3 from fx so that fx is completely divisible by gx. Okay, so I think this concept is clear to you now. So let us look at this question now. Now in this question, I need to divide fx by gx. Okay, so it is a simple division. The only difference is that the fx contains some fractional term. Okay, so the student mostly get confused when we have a fractional term. Okay, so there's nothing to get confused about. So we'll do this question. First, what we will do is we'll convert fx into the standard form. Now, what is a standard form? In the standard form, the highest power of the variable comes first, right? So 15y4 plus 16y cube. Now I'll shift this minus 9y square here. Why? Because y square, the power of y here is greater than here, right? So now 10 by 3y and minus 6. And I need to divide this fx by gx. So let's start the division. Okay. So I'll write the dividend here. 15y4 plus 16y cube minus 9y square plus 10 by 3y minus 6. Fine. And I'm writing the divisor here, 3y minus 2. Okay. Now note here, see what we need for the first term. We need to multiply something from the divisor to get 15y4, right? So how can I do that? I can multiply 5 in order to get 15, and in order to get y raised to power 4, I already have 1y. So I'll multiply by 5y cube. Right, so I'll get 15y4 minus 10y cube. Okay, so I'll write the quotient here and I'll write the remaining part, the term here, 15y4 minus 10y cube. Now I'll perform the subtraction. Fine. So this term will get deducted. Now what I'll get here is 26y cube minus 9y square plus 10 by 3y and minus 6. The next term that I need is 26y3. Okay. Now see one thing. 23 is not a factor of 26. So we cannot obtain 26 by multiplying any number to 3. So what can I do here is, can I multiply 26 by 3? See, if I multiply 3 into 26 by 3, 3 and 3 will get deducted and I'll get 26, right? And I have this y, so I'll multiply by y square. So as a result, the answer would be 26y cube and minus, see, it would be 26 into 2, that is equals to 52 by 3 y square. Fine. So I'll put the terms here. So it would become 26y cube minus 52 by 3 y square. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll evaluate these terms. Okay. Fine. So this would be like plus. So I'll get 25y square by 3. So this is basic, factorization of fractions that you can do. 52 by 3 minus 9. Okay. So the remaining would be 10 by 3 y minus 6. I'll write the quotient here, that is plus 26 by 3 y square. Fine. See, now the next term that I need is 25 by 3, right? So 3y minus 2. Now I need to multiply something so that I'll get 25 by 3. See, I need 25. Now if I'll keep 3 in the denominator, then 3 and 3 would get deducted. But I need a 3 here. So I can place a 9 here. Now see, 3 into, we can write it here, 3 into 25 by 9 gives me 25 by 3, right? So I'll take y here. So it would be 25 by 3 y square minus 50, right? 25 into 2 is 50 by 9 y. So I'll put the terms here, that is 25 y square by 3 minus 50 by 9 y. Now these are again fractional terms. So I'll simplify the terms. Okay. So I'll simplify it now. So after simplification, I'll get 80y by 9 and the last term is minus 6, right? Now again, I need to multiply something to 3y minus 2 in order to get 80 by 9, right? So what can I do is I can multiply 80 by 27. Why? See, 3 into 80 by 27. 3 ones are and 3 nines are will give me 80 by 9, right? Okay, so I already have one y here, so it would become 80 by 9 into y minus 160 by 27. Okay, so I'll put the terms again, 80y by 9 and minus 160 by 27. Again, I'll perform the subtraction process, right? So it would be the final remainder. Okay, fine. So it would be plus, right? And the remainder would be minus 2 upon 27. Okay. So I forgot to write the quotient here. So after 26 by 3, we have got plus 25 by 9y. And after this, we have got plus 80 by 27. Fine. So this would be our quotient. This would be our remainder. So I hope this concept is clear to you all. So with this, we have completed the topic of polynomials. I have tried to cover each and every concept. Still, if you have any query or doubt, you can post in the comment section below and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you once again for watching my video. If you like my way of teaching, kindly like and subscribe to my channel and I'll be back soon with another new topic. Goodbye everyone.